Guys, just take a look at this. We really are going to witness something huge this week. $300 million lawsuit. Settlement deal approved by Ripple Labs now awaits SEC approval. The ongoing legal struggle between Ripple Labs and the United States Securities and Exchange Commission was recently hinted to by a tweet sent out by the Jin Nelson Way. The post revealed that there was a significant development in the case. The post gave the impression that Ripple had released 500 million XRP from escrow, which indicated the possibility of a settlement arrangement worth $300 million. This amount is a fraction of the initial amount that the SEC wanted during the investigation. Ripple Labs is getting ready to attend a final preliminary hearing conference, which is also referred to as a settlement conference, with the Securities and Exchange Commission on April 16, 2024. This news comes at a time when anticipation is building up. There has been a lot of conjecture going on in the cryptocurrency community regarding the ramifications of these recent developments, particularly in light of the fact that the SEC is said to have had a meeting behind closed doors to discuss the settlement with Ripple Labs. Through a tweet about the forthcoming closed meeting at the Securities and Exchange Commission SEC, Jack the Rippler, a famous XRP influencer and analyst, provided a hint about the gravity of the situation. These kinds of occurrences have a direct influence on the market attitude that surrounds XRP and other tokens that are tied to it. In a recent meeting held behind closed doors on April 11, the SEC is seeking a final judgment against Ripple for disgorgement and prejudgment, along with civil fines totaling over $2 billion. Permanent injunctions are also part of the deal. Experts believe that Ripple and the SEC could reach an agreement on the institutional sales of XRP with reduced penalties, despite the fact that the issues were resolved after the SEC dropped charges against CEO Brad Garlinghouse and Executive Chairman Chris Larsen. In response, Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse and Chief Legal Officer Stewart criticized the SEC, stating that they would expose the regulator in a file made on April 22. Meanwhile, the recent meeting by the SEC involved more discussion about the prospect of a settlement has arisen in light of Ripple's delayed XRP unlocks from escrow and Ashley Prosper's rationale that the Ripple versus SEC litigations likely terminated. Take a look at Layer Crypto's most ambitious project of the year. UNP is releasing its deposit, making available for the record in a ruling from the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit. Coinbase successfully argued that transactions, including cryptocurrencies on the secondary market, do not constitute security. Judge Torres responded by ruling that programmatic buyers are just as much a part of the market as secondary market purchasers, which provided further support for his ruling on the XRP secondary market sales. Coinbase has sought clarity from the same court in the Second Circuit regarding the nature of investment contracts in an interlocutory appeal to the case initiated by the Securities and Exchange Commission. Furthermore, the Second Circuit Court of Appeals denied the SEC's appeal in the XRP Gova case, leading many to believe that Ripple may be able to win the case. Since this is a very important matter for our industry, we are asking that the appeal be filed earlier than usual. The SEC's actions against Ripple and other digital asset companies go beyond what is legally permissible. Regulatory Power Paul Grille, Coinbase's chief legal officer, said that the law was authorized by Congress and casts an unfair shadow over the development of digital assets in the U.S. Bill Morgan, an attorney who backs XRP, said that if Coinbase loses its appeal, it could strengthen the SEC's position in the XRP programmatic sales complaint. Although Coinbase's regulatory position has been boosted by a recent court ruling, SEC is demanding clarification from the court over the investment contract phrase in the SEC complaint. The outcome of the appeal could influence the regulation of cryptocurrencies in the US. In order to hasten the resolution of a major legal dispute currently pending before the US Securities and Exchange Commission, Coinbase has asked for an urgent preliminary assessment of the investment contract pertaining to cryptocurrency transactions. The Bitcoin Exchange has asked the US District Court for the Southern District of New York to clarify something. The chief legal officer of Coinbase, Mr. Paul Grille, made an announcement on April 12th, stressing the need for judicial direction in the case of whether an investment contract can still be considered under U.S. law without postal duties. Even though the SEC has determined that such requirements are not necessary for such a contract to be considered an investment contract, we at Coinbase think that an investment contract requires something contractual, but the SEC disagrees. Today, Coinbase filed a brief with the court asking for authorization to seek an interlocutory appeal in our Stro case, arguing that these obligations are vital. The decision to appeal the court's decision to dismiss the case against Coinbase was taken shortly after the court rejected the SEC's motion to do so. The relevant agency has filed a charge against the exchange, accusing it of acting as an unlicensed exchange broker and clearing agency. If the court accepts the appeal, it could change the outcome of the case, potentially leading to the settlement of large claims against Coinbase based on this interpretation of the law. What's more, this legal issue could affect the Bitcoin industry in the US as a whole. The importance of stress given the urgency with which Coinbase filed its appeal just 17 days after the dismissal petition was denied and the potential impact of the decision on the development of digital assets in the US. It is evident that the company is committed to resolving this issue as soon as possible. This legal action follows shortly after Coinbase's April 6 successful appeal to the United States Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit, which upheld the company's ability to sell cryptocurrencies on the secondary market via its platform without violating the Securities Exchange Act. The decision was a major win for Coinbase in light of its larger regulatory concerns. A native lending protocol for the XRP ledger has been announced by RLEX. This protocol aims to facilitate direct lending and enhance decentralized finance. It was recently upgraded to included are the XRP ledger's direct lending and borrowing mechanisms. By utilizing state-of-the-art open source financial tools, these systems do away with the necessity for conventional financial middlemen. The updated loan procedure in a recent announcement, the developers of RippleX, Malra and Vito Tumas proposed a groundbreaking native lending protocol on the XRP ledger with the goal of changing the face of decentralized finance by increasing efficiency and broadening access to financial services. Helpingly, the release of this data coincides with a dramatic drop in XRP's market value, which has fallen 10.8% in the past day. The most current financial records have verified the decline to 5,457 cents by utilizing the XRP ledger as a native lending protocol that aims to eliminate the need for traditional financial intermediaries. It allows for direct borrowing and lending and has a modular architecture that prioritizes adaptability and reusability. Developers interested in integrating lending features into decentralized apps will find it suitable. The consequences of this enormous transfer are significant, particularly when one considers that the receiver wallet now has a balance that is greater than 225 million XRP, which is valued at more than $110 million. Given its relationship to Ripple and the massive initial transfer of 70 million XRP, this substantial accumulation shows engagement from a significant investor organization. This is because of the connection. Ripple's big transfer occurred at a time when the price of XRP was seeing a recovery, which raises issues regarding the potential influence that this transfer could have on the future of the cryptocurrency. Due to the fact that XRP has demonstrated such resiliency and Ripple has been making big transfers, the community is left to speculate on the consequences of this move. Will it contribute to the upward momentum of XRP, or will it have the potential to add negative dynamics into the trade? The future of one of the most popular assets in the cryptocurrency industry will be determined by this mysterious maneuver, but only time will tell how it will play out. That's all for now.